What's up everybody, WayoftheBey here, and it is time for our combo battle tournament. Recently we sent out an announcement and you guys commented combos, and with those combos we randomly picked 8 Beyblades. And those 8 Beyblades will battle it out in a tournament style bracket to see who our strongest Beyblade is. We have the 8 Beyblades chosen. They'll be battling in the DB Stadium, going to 3 points. Burst being 2 points and Ring Out and Survivor finishes being 1 point each. And if you guys are ready for the battles, make sure to leave a like on the video, to subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That way you can be alerted when our next CBT announcement comes out. But without further ado, here are the Bladers and the matchups for this CBT. So these are the Bladers and the matchups for this CBT. Without further ado, let's go on to round 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so battle starts with Erase Longinus going in for the attack, and it knocks out Tempest Dragon. So Sherry and the Erase Longinus gets the first point. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so battle starts with Tempest Dragon going around on the Exceed Dash plus X driver. And it has a lot of aggressiveness to it. Well, Erase Longinus is on that atomic driver, just chilling in the center. But here comes Tempest Dragon. The blades did awaken. Let's see how it does. Going down to stamina. Ooh, and Tempest Dragon getting that. So surprisingly, Erase Longinus getting that attack ring outs, while Tempest Dragon is getting those survivor finishes. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, battle starts with both Beyblades dealing some good clashes back and forth. Good attacks. And just like last round, Erase Longinus in the center, while Tempest Dragon going in for the attack. And some good attacks they are, going down to stamina. Alright, let's see, and ooh, Tempest Dragon once again getting that with a survivor finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so both Beyblades start with some good clashes. The Awakened Blades have come out. Ooh, and a ring out from Tempest Dragon right there. Alright, so Tempest Dragon getting that ring out, and that's going to be Nate Blade with 3 points, moving on to the semifinals. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, battle starts with Guilty Longinus and Ultimate Spriggan calmly spinning around. Alright, some contact. A little scrapage from Guilty, but both just going back and forth. Seems going down to stamina, and let's see. Ooh, it seems like Ultimate Spriggan just barely got that slight movement right after Guilty stopped moving. So Ultimate Spriggan getting that with a survivor finish right there, getting the first point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades once again landing in the stadium. And both these Beyblades have really aggressive layers, and they're just going back and forth. Ooh, some good attacks. Ooh, this time it looks like Guilty got that right there. But both have lots of attack power and lad with those drivers. Guilty Longinus getting 1 point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades clashing, going back and forth. Ooh, some scrapage from Guilty. Both going back and forth now. Now in the center, it looks like it's going down to stamina. Might be a close one, we'll just have to see. Ooh, and Guilty getting that right there. Alright, so another point to Guilty Longinus. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades landing in the stadium. And some really powerful attacks, both going back and forth. Ooh, a good clash right there. Both just going back and forth with those attacks. Down to stamina now. Ooh, and a Guilty Longinus right there with that lad still spinning, getting a 3rd point. So Colin Williams, Guilty Longinus will be moving on to the semifinals. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so battle starts with Prime Apocalypse going up against Dynamite Valkyrie, and just like that, Dynamite Valkyrie gets a KO because Prime Apocalypse is on that Aero Dash disc, and it is very light. So Dynamite Valkyrie gets a ring out, getting 1 point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, battle starts with both Beyblades landing in the stadium. Prime Apocalypse in the center. Ooh, Dynamite Valkyrie going around, getting some good attacks. Lots of movement on that Mobius driver. So will it outspin Prime Apocalypse on bearing? Ooh, it will. So a CB Beyblade versus a a GT Beyblade actually. Dynamite Valkyrie getting that point right there. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, battle starts with both Beyblades going back and forth with some good attacks. Ooh, Dynamite Valkyrie just destroying Prime Apocalypse with all those small attacks, throwing it around the stadium, and it is out of stamina right there. So that means Dynamite Valkyrie, which belongs to Sergio PXT, now has 3 points and will be moving on to the semifinals. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so battle starts with 2 Dynamite Beyblades in the stadium. Dynamite Belial versus Astral Fafnir. Both have some pretty calm combos. We have the Never Driver and Bearing Dash. So this will be a close match. Right now, Astral Fafnir is at an angle where it's making contact with the Dynamite Belial's Giga Disc. And that's just draining its spin. But the rubber is making contact with it. But that just drains the spin right there. And Dynamite Belial getting that right there with 1 point. Ready, let it rip. Alright, battle starts with both Beyblades in the stadium once again. Ooh, Dynamite Belial just going around the outer area, while Astral Fafnir is just chilling in the center. Alright, Steve is finally going in for the attack now. Both just grinding away at each other. Alright, let's see who gets this. Bearing Dash versus Never. Alright, so right there we see Astral Fafnir with that Lad. We have Bearing Dash and the Overdisc, both a good combination, giving it that survivor finish right there. Ready, put your little rip. Alright, this time battle starts with some instant attacks. And some good attacks they are. As you see, Astral Fafnir just gets knocked around but instantly goes back to the center. Very defense type like, something you see in the anime. But now both are just in the center. Dynamite Belial dealing some good attacks, and that recolor looks very nice. But down to stamina, and ooh, this time it's Dynamite Belial who gets that survivor finish. So both are just going back and forth, and Dynamite Belial gets that right there. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. All right, both Beyblades landing, and just going back and forth with some good attacks. Both going back and forth, grinding away at each other. Astral Fafnir once again at an angle, taking in lots of damage, running low on stamina. Ooh, is that its downfall? It is right there. So because Astral Fafnir was at an angle making contact with the Giga Disc, it ran out of stamina a lot faster than Dynamite Belial on that Never Driver. So Dynamite Belial will actually be getting that. The Coolest Gaming now has 3 points and moving on to the semifinals. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so we have Guilty Longinus going against Tempest Dragon. And both these Beyblades are definitely attacking combos. It's going to be very cool to see them clashing back and forth. But right now, Tempest is just going around while Guilty is calmly in the center. Very calm until it gets a ring out right there. So while it looked like it was calming down, Tempest Dragon goes in for the attack and gets a ring out, getting 1 point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, so both Beyblades landing in the stadium. Ooh, lots of scrapage from Guilty Longinus. And Tempest is over here in the outer ring of the stadium, just spinning around. It's gonna go down to stamina. Alright, there are those clashes we were waiting for. Let's see. Ooh, it does seem Guilty Longinus gets that right there, just still spinning from that movement on that Ignition Dash driver, getting 1 point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades landing in the stadium. And lots of movement from Tempest. Guilty in the center. Going down to stamina, let's see how it does. Ooh, some good hits. Ooh, and it does seem like Tempest gets that outspin right there with another point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades landing. Ooh, some good attacks. Guilty in the center once again. Tempest spinning around. Both these Beyblades do have lots of attack and somewhat lad. Both these combos. Ooh, some scrapage. And ooh, it definitely does seem once again that Tempest Dragon outspins Guilty Longinus right there. Exceed Dash with the plus X attachment actually is really good with lad and attack power. When it goes down to certain combos, it does pretty well, and Tempest Dragon did really well in this battle. Moving on to that final round. Ready, 3, 2, 1, little rip. Alright, it's time for the Dynamite battles. We have Dynamite Belial in the center, and we have Dynamite Valkyrie zooming around the outer ring of the stadium on that Mobius driver. And as most of y'all probably know, Mobius is good in opposite spin, but when it comes down to same spin, if it isn't able to counter a combo, it will run out of stamina pretty quickly. We'll just have to see how it does against Dynamite Belial though. Ooh, and as expected, it is out of stamina right there, so Dynamite Belial will be getting that first point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, another rip. Alright, both Beyblades starting off with some good attacks. Both just dodging each other as they go in the center. Lots of contact being avoided. There we go. Both Beyblades going back and forth, and let's see. Out of stamina right there. So Dynamite Belial gets another point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, another rip. Alright, both Beyblades landing. And this time we have some pretty good contact. Dynamite Belial on the center now. And Dynamite Valkyrie dealing some good attacks. Now, if Dynamite Valkyrie was able to get some early attacks and just kept with consistent attacks on that Mobius driver, its movement probably would do pretty well, but because it did miss lots of attacks, it was just out of stamina right there. So Dynamite Belial gets that with 3 points and moves on to the final round. Ready, 3, 2, 1, rip. Alright, so it's time for the final battle. We have Dynamite Belial versus Tempest Dragon. Both these Beyblades have done incredibly well in their battles. And now it's just the final two. Let's see who our champion will be. Dynamite Belial in the center, while Tempest Dragon going around. Ooh, and Dynamite Belial right there with that defense and stamina getting the first point. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Alright, both Beyblades landing in the stadium. Ooh, and some good contact this round. Both just going back and forth at each other, and Tempest is slamming Dynamite Belial around. But now both are in the center, going down to stamina. Ooh, this round was a lot closer, but Dynamite Belial still gets that with a survivor finish. Ready, 3, 2, 1, rip. Alright, so both Beyblades landing, and Tempest getting some good attacks in. Dynamite Belial in the center just taking in those attacks. And it seems it's going down to stamina, both grinding away at each other. Ooh, and the final strike is over. Dynamite Belial outspins Tempest Dragon right there. Alright, so our champion is the Coolest Gaming with Dynamite Belial. Giga Never to Armor. So this combo overall was just a solid Beyblade in the stadium in all of its rounds. It just defended and outspun and had some good attack power with the Dynamite layer. This overall was a great combo, and congrats the Coolest Gaming on your victory. And thanks to everybody else who commented combos for this CBT and all of you who were in these battles. Tons of epic combos and tons of amazing battles. Thank you for watching this video. And if you guys are excited, we do have a new... And if you guys were unable to join this CBT, don't worry, we have another CBT submissions video out right now. After this video, you can go check it out and comment a combo for our next CBT. We'll have the link to it in the description. But that's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching Way of the Bay.